So I want to show you guys something very interesting, right? So this is our token called Datamine, which is on Ethereum, and we launched it about 5 years ago. So it's part of a much more complicated ecosystem in DeFi, and it's just this chart is just so interesting to me, right? And it's like one of those tokens that continues to surprise me because this was our first token, and it is the most simple token, right? The whole purpose of this token is that it's a limited supply and that it can be used to power our other projects, right? In our ecosystem. So it's almost like you can take a percentage of the supply, and then you can power other projects. So when we launched, this was like 5 years ago, we launched it, and the whole idea was like, okay, we'll use this for something. We're not sure yet what, but it's going to be cool because what we can do is we can leverage ERC 777, which was like just like a groundbreaking um, like type of a token back then, um, but no one was like really using it. So it was very complicated, and then we were like one of the only projects that really took it, because for us, like the way I saw it, it was what we could do is we could just launch this, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with it. So to me, it's almost like there was no use case in that, right? It was always like a bridge token, right? Like the idea was we'll take it, we'll launch a project, and if there are issues with that project, we can always take those tokens back, and then create a new smart contract, and then you can lock in your them tokens there. So it was like a way for us to create a project in a decentralized manner, because no one can really control the project, but what you could do is you can take a percentage of your DEM tokens and then log them in. So yeah, it was basically a way for us not to use proxy contracts, right? Like I didn't want to have like ownership, right? I wanted this to be decentralized, and I was always just thinking like the only way for a project to succeed on Ethereum, it has to be fully decentralized. Like you cannot have some company or some DAO or some person that has more tokens than other people. So there couldn't be any advantages, right? And yeah, it was like super simple, and it's that's it. Like it was just. I'm just surprised that the prices is sort of here where it is, because if you look at it from here, which is if you don't look at it USD, but if you look at it back to, for Ethereum, then really it's not that volatile. Like it's been pretty much hovering around this for about 5 years now. I would say even maybe below this. So it's been a while since we've seen this. I would say this is really the top, and it's always kind of scary, when it gets to this level. It's like, what's going to happen? Well, of course, people usually sell. They take profits because this is a pretty high range in my mind. But yeah, I mean, going back, it's like we have this complicated ecosystem, right? It's very complicated. It has like 4 different tokens, and the innovation is really not in that, right? The innovation is in the other tokens. But if you look here on the top right, the market cap of DAM is like, like eight times higher, 7 times higher than this, and or maybe even like more than 10 times higher than LOC. And the innovation is really in the future, in the later tokens like LOC, which is on Arbitrum layer 2, and it's like low fees and has like permanent liquidity, and there's all these cool things. And to me, it's always so interesting that the project that succeeds the most right now is that. So another cool thing about this is we have like $26,000 in liquidity, which is not that much, but the market cap is $900,000 or $1,000,000 sometimes. And yeah, it's just so volatile, right? And really the beauty of that is, when you have so much demand and so little liquidity, well, there's a lot of volatility. So the traders are interested in that. But really, I would say the majority of the tokens are actually powering FLUX. So 78% are minting FLUX, which is basically this orange token. And we've been minting it for about like 5 years, and we destroyed a big portion of it. So we like destroyed 50%. And this is by the people, by the way. It's like I didn't destroy it. People destroyed it. So they always have a choice. Like, do you want to mint? Like if you go here and you say, hey, do you want to take your DAM tokens and mint 3% APY for FLUX, or do you want to burn it and increase this? And yeah, it's like people decide to burn it. And even if you look here, you can see like, in 1 year, people destroyed like 1 million tokens. So it's pretty crazy, and it's still happening. But that is how FLUX works. But what we want to know is like, why is DAM so sticky? Like, and it could be just the fact that there is demand. There's clear demand for people to lock it in and mint FLUX, because hey, 3% APY is still not that bad, right? And if Ethereum goes up double, let's say, then that's 6%, right? So if you kind of like buy it low, then the APY kind of increases, and then imagine if Ethereum goes up even higher, then APY goes higher as well. But still, to me, I just think this is so high. Like in my mind, this is a crazy price for them, because like what is the demand so high that even like you can see here, there are times that people get hacked or something, right? And they'll be like, bam, right? This gigantic drop because someone got hacked, right? Or someone is exiting, and right now I would say there's just so many whales, because there's only so many tokens. There's 60 million tokens, right? And if we go to here, you can actually see, if like, let's take a look at empowering validators. You can actually see there's people like have like 500,000, right? So if you imagine 10 of these addresses, that's like 30% of the supply, right? So there can only be so many people. And you can actually see here, like this person has $26,000 left, and they minted $1,500. So that's pretty cool. Or how about this address? Or how about this one? No, how about this one? $28,000, and he minted $47,000. Of course, that's a crazy valuation. So yeah, I mean, and they didn't burn anything, so they're minting and selling, and that is great. That is why FLUX is so painful. It seems like the most painful token in the world, because I think we burned like $1.4 million or something, and the market cap is like $100,000. So yeah, I mean, when that project finally I don't know what I'm waiting for with that project, because inflation is like 40%. I mean, I guess we just have to go lower. We got to go 30, 20. I don't know what that amount is, but at some point, minting is not going to be the pressure on FLUX. It's all going to be pure trading. And I think that's where DAM is right now. I think there's just this very interesting demand on it, and I still have no. Yeah, I'm just surprised. Honestly, in this market conditions, I just never expected DAM to do so well. It is really amazing. It's just sometimes I'm just surprised, and it's 1 million market cap. Like it's insane. You have to understand. We were like a project 6 years ago. We took 3 different communities. We put them together. We had $0 in liquidity, and everyone just kind of pulled in liquidity. We got the audits done, and audits by themselves were like, I remember, $120,000, and the community funded everything. So this is like pure community. And even the people buying right now, I'm not buying it. I haven't bought them in a very long time. Like, I'm not selling my DAM. most of this liquidity here is my liquidity. So, I mean, even speaking of that, it's beautiful, right? Because people are trading, and basically the pool gets 1% of the liquidity. So it adds up. Like when someone comes in and they buy like $600, 500. Like, okay, so for example, $500, $590. The pool makes $6 from this, right? So that's pretty good. Like imagine for doing absolutely nothing. I own a big portion of this. Like I almost make like what, $5 from this one trade, and this another trade. That's $5 more, and it's like $8 more here. It's great. I mean, to me, that is even better sometimes than Flux, right? Because Flux is 3% APY, and it just takes a while. And here you never know. Like a couple of big trades. Sometimes there'll be like huge spikes here, and that could be hundreds of dollars in one day. So when this kind of stuff happens, like it's amazing. And yeah, it's just I cannot imagine if other people come, like if other people start adding liquidity. So I'm gonna open to that because if liquidity doubles and I own half of the pool, I'm still okay with that. So yeah, it's great. It's just I don't know. Maybe in the future, one thought I had is like adding more liquidity here. I don't know. It's just so lucrative, right? It's so interesting to me specifically because when I added liquidity, I just kept adding it, and I just forgot about it, and then sometimes you come back and you're just like, oh wow, it's still holding up. It was just $0, like literally, when that was probably the lowest that project was 5-6 years ago, and to see it now, when markets are doing so bad and we are actually going up instead, it's just crazy. So yeah, I mean, thanks, I guess, for people for believing in it, and I am very happy with this price. That's all I can say. Now, Flex, on the other hand, mm, it's an interesting position. I mean, half of that liquidity, maybe about half, is mine, and it's just I always have fears that we'll see these kind of dips, just like we did for RB Flux, because that's why we launched Lock, right? Lock is basically decentralized liquidity. No one controls it. And I think it's like 97% of that market cap you can see is like pure liquid. Basically, liquidity is pure liquidity where uh, the other tokens are controlled by the people. So uh, yeah, I'm happy with this right now. I think what I'm expecting, I expect always like pullback because every time something happens, like someone comes in, there's some hype, and then 80% of the tokens were minting Flux, and someone unlocks and sells. That's such a common thing, right? And uh, yeah, so it's hard. It's so hard to move them. Like I don't think you guys understand, and it's just there's so little liquidity in the pool. And you can see here, if you mouse over, there's a 490,000, right? So I know we can. What is this? I'm just curious. Who is this? Um, yeah, that this is a one, like a big whale. So uh, very interesting to see what they will do. So just this one person has like 7% of the supply. That's kind of crazy. $73,000. So you have basically this kind of pressure on the sidelines waiting. Um, see this one, 491. Mm. Oh, this is the liquidity pool. Okay, so this is the liquidity pool, and this is just some random whale sitting on the sidelines for a while, but they are active. So very interesting. Like, yeah, this person is active, uh, but they're not touching them. So that's a big amount. So I expect things like that where not just like this could just start selling, and they could just yeah, yeah, they could move the price a lot by themselves. But this is where volatility comes in, right? So someone buys, they buy, and then they lock it in, they mint flux, and then they unlock, the price is high, and now they go and sell it. So yeah, still, I mean, it's going to be interesting. We'll probably see this like we usually do over a long period of time, especially once Ethereum starts to move up. So I think actually probably one of the reasons why we're so high now is because Ethereum has been kind of going down, and as it goes down, the Datamine tokens are just more lucrative, right? Because you get higher APY in the future when it goes back up. Um, so yeah, going to be interesting. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thanks everyone